Cristiano Ronaldo's football boot collection. In 2002, Cristiano Ronaldo started his career with the Nike Mercurial Vapor 1. In 2003, he wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 1 again. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 1 again. In 2004, he switched to the Nike Mercurial Vapor 2. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 2 again. In 2005, this year, he wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 2 3 times. He remained loyal to the Nike Mercurial Vapor 2. In 2006, Cristiano wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3. He wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3 again. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3 again. He finished the year with the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3. In 2007, he returned to the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3 twice. In 2008, Ronaldo chose the Nike Mercurial Vapor 4. He continued wearing the Nike Mercurial Vapor 4. He also wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor SL. He went back to the Nike Mercurial Vapor 4 to create great moments. He wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 4 again. And once again, he wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 4. In 2009, he switched to the Nike Mercurial Superfly 1. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 1 again. He finished the year with the Nike Mercurial Superfly 1. In 2010, this year Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 1. He switched to the Nike Mercurial Superfly 2. He continued wearing the Nike Mercurial Superfly 2. Nike Mercurial Superfly 2. Nike Mercurial Superfly 2. In 2011, he chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly CR7. Then, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 2. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 3. He also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 3 CR7. And lastly, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 3 again. In 2012, he also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 3 CR7. Then, he went back to the Nike Mercurial Superfly 3. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. He continued wearing the Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. And finally, the Nike Mercurial Vapor 8 ACC CR7. In 2013, he wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 CR7 SE. Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. He also chose the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 CR7. He went back to the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. And lastly, the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 Galaxy CR7. In 2014, Ronaldo returned with the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. Again. He wore the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 CR7 Special Edition. Then, he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. Nike Mercurial Superfly 4, again. He also chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 CR7. In 2015, he chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly CR7 Special Edition. Then he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly IV CR7 Silverware. Ronaldo also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly Lightning Storm. He wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly CR7 324K. And finally, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 CR7 Savage Beauty. In 2016, Ronaldo wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. He also used the Nike Mercurial Superfly CR7 Natural Diamond. Then, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Spark Brilliance Euro 2016. He also chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Elite Pack. And finally, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Flu Lights Pack. He finished the year with the Nike Mercurial Superfly CR7 Discovery. In 2017, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 CR7 Vitorias. Then he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Radiation Flare. Ronaldo chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 CR7 Forged for Greatness. He also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Portugal. Then he chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Lock and Let Loose. He also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 CR7 Cut to Brilliance. Ronaldo finished the year with the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Ice. And lastly, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 Elite Quinto Triunfo CR7 Gold. Em 2018, Ronaldo chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Elite Fast AF. Then, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Born Leader. He also chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Just Do It. Then, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Elite CR7 Chapter 6 Special Edition. He also used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Elite Raised on Concrete. And lastly, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Final Chapter. In 2019, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Always Forward. Then, he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Elite Game Over. Ronaldo also chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 LVL Up. He wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 CR7 Stiano. Then he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 New Lights. And finally, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Dream Speed 003. In 2020, Ronaldo chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Future Lab. He also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Dream Speed 002. Then he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Safari. He also chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Daybreak. Ronaldo finished the year with the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Dream Speed 003. And finally, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 7 Elite CR7 100 Portugal Gold. In 2021, he wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Dragonfly. Then, he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Spectrum. Ronaldo chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Dream Speed 004. He wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Spark Positivity. Then, he used the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Motivation. He also wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 CR110. And finally, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Motivation again. He finished the year with the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Recharge. In 2022, Ronaldo chose the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Blueprint. He wore the Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Dream Speed 005. Then, he used the Nike Mercurial Dream Speed Superfly 8 Elite CR7. He also wore the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Lucent. And finally, the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly Elite 9 CR7 Personal Edition. In 2023, Cristiano Ronaldo started the year with the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Blast. Then, he chose the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Dream Speed 6. Ronaldo wore the Nike Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Elite 25th Anniversary Pack. He used the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Luminous. And finally, the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Elite Ready. In 2024, Cristiano Ronaldo started the year with the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Elite Mad Ready. He then wore the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Elite Dream Speed 8. Ronaldo chose the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 9 Elite Mad Brilliance. He closed the year with the Nike Air Zoom Mercurial Superfly 10 Elite Mad Ambition.